Let's introduce a new term, dysgenics. Dysgenics is when successive generations get worse and worse. For example, lower IQs, less competent, less capable, less fit, with worse and worse genes. Of course, this is antithetical to Darwinian natural selection. And indeed, dysgenics has never occurred throughout the history of evolution, because redistribution does not exist in the natural world. In a normal world without redistribution, one in which Darwinian natural selection is allowed to operate normally, only the strong survive. This means that the smartest, best, and most genetically fit individuals procreate more, and the dumbest, worst, and least genetically fit individuals procreate less, or not at all. Thus, the species gets stronger and better with every successive generation. But now, thanks to redistribution, Darwinian natural selection has been reversed, and dysgenics is the law of the land in all Western nations. As you can see here, a dysgenic populace with lower and lower IQs spells doom for the civilization. More violence, more accidents, more train derailments, more inefficiency, more crime, more litter, more civil unrest. All in all, a rapidly declining society. Does this sound familiar to you? Now you know why. Redistribution. Worst of all, these low IQ, dysgenic individuals vote. Further, what is society going to do with all of these low IQ, genetically unfit individuals? We will place them in jobs that they are not qualified for. Pilots, air traffic controllers, train operators, doctors, nurses, and other positions where people's lives are at stake. This is already happening. Notice the increasing number of flight delays, train derailments, and infrastructure failures, all signs of a catastrophic competency crisis, all signs of a civilization in rapid decline. Indeed, average IQs are dropping fast across all Western nations. The more dysgenic the population, the more diverse, the lower the average IQ, and the worse off society is. A map of global IQs tells us what we already know. There are stark average IQ differences between countries and between races. Do you see the madness around us? How we are failing our children? Do you wonder, how is this happening? The answer is redistribution, which leads to an increasingly low IQ, dysgenic population. And this low IQ, dysgenic populace votes, something they are wholly unqualified to do. Whites are being bred out of existence, and in many cases, exterminated, like this unfortunate mother of 4. A low IQ, dysgenic voting populace is oblivious to mass corruption. They vote for these corrupt politicians who enrich themselves off taxpayer dollars and redistribute breadcrumbs to the masses, so the masses keep voting for the left. The idiocracy we see on a daily basis is the downstream result of redistribution. We've established that redistribution is antithetical to nature and directly causes dysgenics. Thus, we coin a new term, redistributive dysgenics. Caveat: there are other causes of dysgenics. For example, the Industrial Revolution caused such a quantum leap in standard of living that many people who would not have survived or procreated were then able to. But redistribution, deliberate mostly by left-wing politicians, is the primary driver of dysgenics. Now, with the advent of AI, many more lower-level jobs will be done by computers. This will lead to millions more low IQ, unproductive, obese, social media and smartphone-addicted individuals in society, with absolutely nothing to do. They will have your taxpayer dollars redistributed to them, but that won't be enough. Idle time is the devil's playground. They will wreak havoc. They will make the BLM and Antifa riots look like a visit to Disneyland.